This is what God says. The God who builds a road right through the ocean, who carves a path through pounding waves. The God who summons horses and chariots and armies. They lie down and they can't get up. They're snuffed out like so many candles. Forget about what's happened. Don't keep going over old history. Be alert, be present. I'm about to do something brand new. It's bursting out, don't you see it? There it is. I'm making a road through the desert, rivers in the Badlands. Wild animals will say thank you. The coyotes and the buzzards, because I provided water in the desert, rivers through the sun-baked earth. Drinking water for the people I chose, the people I made especially for myself, a people custom made to praise me.
Good evening. Thank you to Gracie Olson, a youth volunteer at Coffee Oasis, for setting the tone for this evening. I'm Mary Borne, and I'm going to be your MC for tonight, and I'd like to thank you for joining us at the Coffee Oasis virtual auction, live here from Anchor Church in Tacoma, Washington. Thank you, Anchor Church, for hosting us. While we miss not hugging you, tapping glasses, being together, we tonight can still make a difference in the lives of teens experiencing homelessness. Tonight's program is only about an hour, so you can't shut me off yet. Hopefully you're all logged in. If not, please go to Coffee and Corks 2.20.ggo.bid. I'm guessing if you're on here, you're already logged in. We have some great live items. We'll get to those in a few minutes, but please remember all the silent items, and I'm keeping an eye on them over here, are live now. And if you were trying to bid on the alcohol before, due to the liquor license, we couldn't open the alcohol until 4 o'clock. So you're gonna have till 8 o'clock to bid on the alcohol. So remember, the silent auction is open, and thank you so much to Ramona Jones and the Jones Group for sponsoring that. And now, without further ado, I would like to introduce our Executive Director, Mr. Daniel Frederick, who's gonna share our successes, our accomplishments, and our future. Daniel?
Hello friends, if we have not had the pleasure of meeting yet, my name is Daniel Frederick and I'm the Executive Director of the Coffee Oasis. This year is a little different for us. We get to go live virtually, and as you can see, I'm in kind of a different location, and I'll tell you more about that in a minute. I wish we were together to celebrate. Every year we get to throw this event. It seems sort of like a culmination of much hard work. My goal with this time together is to tell you about what has happened in the last year. Just last month, we celebrated the 1-year anniversary for Serra House, the first underage youth shelter in Pierce County. And 2 words come to mind to describe that. The first is success. I think this year has been an incredible success, both with the staff we've been able to hire and the youth that have come in. The second word is growth. We have seen growth in both those areas also. In the staff, we have been able to grow both in size and maturity. I think in the youth, we've seen, we were just a couple months into it last time we gathered, and this year we are a year and 1 month into it, and we have seen so many youth come. Now, a question you might have is, how in the world was the Coffee Oasis able to grow during one of the hardest years in the history of the United States of America? And there are 3 reasons I want to give you for why we were able to grow this year. And the first is the incredible grace of God. Grace is simply the love and goodness shown by God that we don't deserve. The love and goodness of God that we don't deserve, that we can't even ask for because it's so good. And it seems like every day we've been able to unwrap this beautiful gift of grace in 100 different ways. Many of those ways we count the grace of God is by the incredible partnerships we have with people like you, who through the ups and downs of this year, you've laughed with us when youth say the darndest things, and you've cried with us when youth come in hurting, and we as a staff are also hurting. You have propped us up in so many ways. It has been a tough year, but because of the grace of God, we've been able to grow. something that I often come back to for comfort is the words of the prophet Isaiah in Isaiah 53, where it says that God has borne our pain and he has carried our sorrow. And as you know, because of many personal reasons for my family, there's been sorrow, there's been pain this year. And in the midst of that, we have seen growth. Our family has seen growth. The organization has seen growth. The second thing, the first is the grace of God. The second thing is an incredible team, a great team. And when youth come in, they're hurting. I love to describe the Coffee Oasis as people who are experiencing the healing of God, who can participate in the healing of the community. And we've seen that in the great team that has been assembled. My first goal as executive director for the whole Coffee Oasis was to hire an excellent area director for Pierce County. I knew that this project wouldn't thrive if it meant me and the team from Kitsap coming over to give leadership here and support the leadership that was growing up with Sid and the team. So we got to bring in Greg Walker, who, if you haven't got to meet Greg yet, he is better than any job description that could be written. He matches integrity and skill with such excellence that I am fully confident that we are going to grow strong, as we're going to grow deep as we grow wide. So God has provided for us, again, in such a gracious way in assembling an amazing team here in Pierce County. Now, God can show you grace, you can have a great team, but the third thing that has made this a year of growth is that we have been able to gain the trust of youth here in Pierce County. Now, youth who are coming in who are homeless, just because you open a door and you say we're safe doesn't mean that they're going to come in. Youth are homeless because they have found the place they have called home unsafe. So, in this last year, in the year and a half we've been open at the Serra House, we've been able to gain so many trusting relationships with kids that have led to other trusting relationships with kids. We were brought to Pierce County because there were stories of life transformation that you got to hear in Pierce County, and now those stories of life transformation are happening here in Pierce County. Some that I've even got to experience. I remember pulling an overnight shelter shift in those early days and talking to one young man who said, "You've got to want success as much as you want the air you breathe." I can think of a story of a young woman who, getting a Christmas gift of a Nike sweatshirt to her, she said, "I didn't even have to steal it." I saw this year a young man who was about to age out of our program, but our staff wrap around him and care for him so well that both he got placed in housing and got placed in a job. We've seen kids come out of the life of gangs, the life of sexual exploitation, the hardest life experiences you can imagine for young men and women. They are bringing these hurts to a staff who are being healed by the grace of God and able to participate in the healing of the life of these young men and women. We are so excited, and that's how we've been able to grow. The grace of God, great staff, and gaining the trust of young people here in Pierce County. Now, this is just the beginning. As you can see, I'm standing here in front of Stadium High School, and you might think that this is just me trying to be relatable, and it's actually more than that. Part of the story of my family is that my mother graduated from Stadium High School. You've probably got to meet or see my dad at some point, who is such a picture of courage and strength. And my mother compliments him perfectly in this sweetness and tenderheartedness. The early years of opening our home to youth, my mom would call open heart, open home. And when my mom went to school here at Stadium High School, I know that she never imagined she'd be co-founding with my dad this organization called the Coffee Oasis. But years later, this is their legacy, and I hope it continues, both the model of courage set by my dad and the tenderness, the open heart, open home of my mother. That is what we call legacy. Now, we already have a year of legacy here in Pierce County, but I want to give you a sneak peek into what's coming. Just a couple miles from here, maybe even less than a mile from here, we have signed a lease on a new building here in Pierce County. I believe that this not only is a historic move that will change the tide of kids who are hurting and alone and feel lost in Pierce County, this turning of a tide from them feeling hurting, lost, and alone to them feeling found, them feeling home, them feeling like they have family. So, our dear friends and partners, I invite you to keep linking arms with us as we keep drilling down into this incredible foundation that we have here. As we grow deep, we want to keep growing wide and opening our arms to the youth who have for so long felt abandoned, for so long felt there was nowhere to turn. And now there is a place here in Pierce County for them to turn because of you, because of the grace of God that keeps us doing what we're doing, that together we can experience healing and offer that healing to Pierce County. Thank you so much.
Good evening. I am Julie Judy, the Community Development Lead for Pierce County. It has been an incredible privilege to work with an amazing group of women over the past 6 months that have made tonight possible. And I wanted to take a moment to thank each of them and to all of you who have been part of making this evening possible as well. To my auction team, Karen Gower, Kristen Niebergall, Kristen Wynn, Mary Borne, Mary Luvis, Rhonda Hamlin, Susan Armstrong and Susan Hayes, and Wendy Facilla, I am indebted to you. Thank you for the commitment that you made 6 months ago for us to meet. You'll remember at that time, we were in phase 1 of this global pandemic, and the idea of hosting an auction seemed somewhat absurd. And yet, because of all of you, we have an incredible, robust auction, and I believe that we've made this evening extremely meaningful. I also want to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Thank you for trusting us, for walking this journey with us, and helping us remain rooted in this community. Thank you to Conley Law Office, Trouvé Healthcare, Greco General Contracting, Kitsap Credit Union, Peninsula Subaru, Ramona Jones and the Jones Group, Chick-fil-A, thank you, Lene, Terry Jones with HomeSmart, Basin Pacific, and HomeSmart Tacoma. We are very grateful for your support and your trust in us. I want to quickly say thank you to our venue sponsors. Again, thank you, Anchor Church, for allowing us to be here tonight in your building. We are tremendously grateful for that. Thank you to Historic 1625 and Kristen Wynn for providing space so that we could have our event kit pickup. And also thank you to Highlands Golf Course and McDuff's and Ben Savage for allowing us to also have an event pickup there as well. And thank you to our incredible production team. Kyle Pearson, you have created some amazing content. It was a privilege to work with you. To Daniel Gray, it is amazing to watch excellence in action. Thank you. To Jeff Randall, we could not have a better auctioneer ever. And of course, Mary Borne, who is excellent in herself. And also just want to quickly say a shout out again also to Gracie Olson. Thank you for being part of what made the beginning of this auction hopefully meaningful. Thank you to the amazing prayer team that I have had for all of us. My friend Callie, Sarah, Beth, and Lisa, thank you for being a rock for me. Thank you to our church partners who have been a part of sharing the word about our event tonight. First Pres Tacoma, First Pres Puyallup, Rainier View Christian Church, Hope Community Church, and University Place Presbyterian Church. And lastly, I want to thank the incredible staff from the Coffee Oasis that have been tremendously supportive, encouraging, and who have just knocked it out of the park. Claire Barnett, you are amazing. Thank you to you for all that you've done. To Greg, to Jessa Jeter, who's with us tonight, Sid Sandstrom, Jamal Kurse, Julie Easley, thank you for the excellent work that you are doing. And it is my privilege now to introduce you to two members of the Coffee Oasis and to learn a little bit more about how they are engaging with our organization.
Homelessness is one of those problems that like some people are too afraid to take on because it's such a big issue, and Coffee Oasis is not shying away from that challenge.
My name is Sid Sandstrom. I'm a program director here in Tacoma Coffee Oasis?
My name is Jamal Curse. I am a direct care lead and case manager. Growing up, I grew up with a single mom, so I relied on a lot of resources outside of the home. So I knew what it was like to have to rely on those resources, and I kind of wanted to be that resource for a lot of the youth that we serve here. They are used to kind of living on their own rules. What we do here is try to help combine those rules that those experiences, the skills that they've learned to do that, and then try to convert that and so that they can apply that to some of the real world situations that they're going to find themselves in.
Yeah, we're meeting those needs simply by being an accessible shelter here in Pierce County. Right now we have 6 beds that we're able to fill. Youth can have a safe place to come back to that can really have a sense of belonging and an identity.
13 to 17, you're dealing with school, you got to keep grades up, you got to graduate, you have the peer pressure of friend groups, you're dealing with, this is one of the most vulnerable moments of a kid's life, is where they kind of figure out who they are, what they want to be, kind of their core values. And if I can be just a sliver of that support, then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fit in there.
There's so many ways to engage young people, and they have amazing stories, and we have amazing stories. So it's really coming together, sharing those stories, building those relationships. Being able to be in a place like the Serra House has been hugely impactful for our youth to experience that grace they haven't been given. So the Coffee Oasis is an opportunity for our community to step in and to learn where these youth are, and to be able to step into a story that could be a blessing to them. I'm looking forward to this next year, because I think we're going to see a lot of youth experience that blessing along with our community.
What amazing staff we have at Coffee Oasis. And there's actually someone that couldn't be here with us tonight, but I know is the founder, Mr. Dave Frederick, and his beautiful wife, Cindy, who are sitting at home watching this tonight. God bless you, and thank you for starting this, for founding it, for seeing the need and never walking away. So thank you again to the amazing staff, all the people she said. I'm just going to reiterate it. But we are here to have some fun tonight. We have some amazing live auction items that we're going to bid on. There are still lots and lots of silent auction items, and I'm keeping an eye on them here on my phone. And some of them I think are still a really good deal, and you shouldn't be looking for deals tonight. Remember, we're raising money for teens. But it is now my pleasure to introduce my friend and a familiar voice. You may have heard him from the Tacoma Rainiers or the Tacoma Stars. The voice and the real Mr. Jeff Randall. And God, Jeff, thank you so much for volunteering your time tonight and making a difference in the lives of these kids. Welcome, Jeff.
Mary, thank you so much. It was easy to say yes to this because we're going to have some fun tonight. Mary, it's great to work with you again. As always, especially wonderful to be here supporting Coffee Oasis. And you're right, we are going to have some fun here tonight. We're going to give support to the youth in our community, youth who are experiencing homelessness and vulnerable, at-risk youth. That's why we're here tonight. That's why the Coffee Oasis exists. We're going to close our premier live auction items in real time, so you should have your phone in your hand and get ready to make those final bids. Remember, the silent auction and the fund to need, you can continue to bid on those until 8 o'clock tonight. And again, a quick reminder on how to bid. If you haven't registered already, it's easy. Go to coffeeandcorks2020.ggo.bid. It's just that simple. We're going to have fun. We're going to raise a lot of money. Let's get right to that live auction. Mary, what's our first item?
Absolutely. And just to remind everybody, we have about a 17-second delay here. So from what Jeff and I are saying and what you're hearing is about 17 seconds behind us.
That's
so
probably not a bad thing, actually.
Probably. They could get one more sip in before that. But please remember, if you're one of these people that's sitting, waiting in the room to be that last person to raise your card, don't do that. When Jeff says it's getting ready to close, you need to hit that bid button. Or with greater giving, you can actually even put in a max bid and then just kick back, have another glass of wine.
It'll bid automatically for you.
It'll bid for you. So, but we're going to start with Premier Auction item number 20 on your screen. And that is the Gig Harbor Getaway. We called it a girls' getaway, but it could be a couple's getaway also. Washington Woodlands Estates bed and breakfast. This is for 4 people, 2 double rooms. You're going to have dinner at Massimo's. You're going to have cheese, wine, s'mores by the fire pit. You're going to have massages during the day, and it kind of sounds as if maybe what happens in Gig Harbor is going to stay in Gig Harbor. So thank you so much to Mark and Donna McNeil, Heidi Henderson, Karen Gower, Kristen Wynn, and Jeff McVicker. This sounds like fun, Jeff.
This is a good one. Again, a Premier Live Auction item. If you're trying to find it on your app, it is item number 20. And we've had good bidding on this so far. Kristen jumped in, and then she actually raised her own bid, which is okay when in a fundraising auction. You're allowed to raise your own bid, so feel free to do that. Then Claire jumped in. Kristen is our leading bidder right now at $700. If you want to be on this getaway to Gig Harbor, I'm checking the scoreboard here. The current top bid is $700. You need to be at least $800 if you want to outbid Kristen. Again, one night, 2-day stay in 2 double rooms, or if it's just 2 of you, you can take it for 2 nights. We've got dinner, we've got massages, we've got a personal fitness session for you, nutritional consultation, little wine and cheese fireside, and while you're beside the fire, how about s'mores? Nothing better than some s'mores. And we all need a great getaway. Look at that. We have jumped up. Catherine is in front now at $800. We're going to close this just in a few seconds here. Washington Woodland Estate Bed and Breakfast. It's item number 20. We all need a little getaway right now. We've all been living in our own house far too much for far too long, and this one is easy, right across the bridge. Again, one night, 2-day stay for 4 people in 2 double rooms, or if it's just 2 of you, you can get it for 2 nights. Current bid is $800. Catherine's out front right now. It's going once, it's going twice. Last chance, last call for Premier Live Auction item number 20, the Getaway in Gig Harbor, and it is now closed. Thank you so much for your bidding. We're going to move on to our next item. Mary, what have we got?
Absolutely. We have Premier item number 36, and this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, a state capitol tour with Senator Steve O'Ban. And if you've never been down to the Capitol, it is an absolutely amazing experience, and what a joy to be shown the Capitol with our state senator. And with this, you're going to enjoy lunch in the senator's dining room. And unless you're a senator, you're not going to get in there. So you can have the ear of the senator, get your own private tour. There's actually some secret staircases. I've been back there behind the rotunda. So thank you, Senator O'Ban. I'm sure this is going to be an experience somebody will talk about for a long time to come.
This is going to be a lot of fun. Let me check the scoreboard here. Brent opened the bidding. Then it was Eric, then Brent, then Christine, and then Brent, and then Christine, and then Brent. We've got a little bidding war going back and forth. Current high bid now is $1,350. Again, Washington State's legislative building is a historical property. So if you're a history buff, or you just maybe aspiring to public office yourself, this would be a fantastic opportunity with Senator Steve O'Ban. Current bid, $1,350. Brent Beckstead is in first place. If you want to outbid Brent, now's the time to do it. Again, this is for 4 of you, and it's going to include lunch in the private Senate dining room. That's a great experience in and of itself. Plus, you get to hang out with one of our favorite politicians here in Washington State, Senator Steve O'Ban. All right, again, Brent is up top now at $1,350. If you want to outbid him, you've got to be at $1,450. This is going once. This is going twice. Last chance, last call. It is Premier Live Auction item number 36, State Capitol Tour and Lunch with Senator Steve O'Ban for 4 of you. And this item is now closed. Thank you for some great bidding on that one. We've got more live auction items still to come, but Mary, I think you've got a special guest to introduce right now, don't you?
Absolutely, I do. And it is my honor to introduce an amazing couple who are instrumental in bringing Coffee Oasis to Tacoma. And they are absolutely countless supporters of the community they live in. Please help me in welcoming Jack and Angela Conley.
I did not know there were homeless youth. What do you mean that there is nothing and you have to be on the street?
At our law firm, we work with a lot of kids that have group homes and so forth that have had difficult lives and been abused and haven't had the privileges that other kids have had. There was no place for kids to go when they're under 18 at night, and so there was a need in the area.
No one I knew what to do. So that brings us to this search to find who does know what they're doing and who's doing it with love. When we went out to Coffee Oasis in Bremerton, we knew immediately, because they'd been doing this for 20 years, but they knew what they were doing, and it was beautiful.
What I loved about Coffee Oasis is it gave them a sense of purpose, of acceptance. And Coffee Oasis is a group which is very dedicated to its mission and to the kids that it serves, and really has a heart of service.
And the kids felt loved, and the kids are there working, and it's the meaningfulness of work, learning, and the self-confidence that the youth have from doing their jobs well and being celebrated for it.
They feel like they can succeed, and they can move forward, and they can do things. And a lot of these kids are kids that didn't feel that way or had been told that they couldn't be there, and started realizing that in fact they could.
What kind of a society are we if we take our most vulnerable kids and throw them on the streets and continually turn away? You know that if there's any kid out there who wants help, there is a place, there is a safe place to rest their head at night.
The hope is to keep getting those at-risk kids in there. Any society that's got, some place for those vulnerable kids to go is going to wind up being a better society in the future, because you're going to have fewer people with difficulties and problems and more people that feel good about themselves and feel that they can achieve and be successful.
Again, thank you so much to the Connolly family. They really are a Tacoma treasure. We love the Connollys. They're so engaged and such great friends of Coffee Oasis. Hey, a quick reminder, the Silent and the Fund a Need are still open and are going to stay open until 8 p.m. tonight. Continue bidding on the silent auction items, and you can make a Fund a Need donation at any time. It's time for our next premier live auction items here in just a second, but remember, while you're bidding tonight, whether it's live, silent, or Fund a Need, your support of Coffee Oasis is going to help provide more than transactional care for these youth. It's going to help our youth experience unconditional love, and that makes a huge difference in their lives. So again, if you'd like to make a bid, use the Greater Giving app. It's easy. coffeeandcorks2020.ggo.bid. Mary, let's get back to that live auction. What have you got next?
All right, we have premier live auction item number 8. And this is a favorite of mine, Jeff. The Met Market Wine and Cheese Party for 8. And I actually was a recipient last year, so I can tell you all about it. Met Market's one of the premier shopping spots of the Pacific Northwest, and they are fabulous partners of Coffee Oasis. And they're going to provide exceptional food, wine, flowers, swag bags for you and 7 of your friends. They're going to bring 5 different types of wine, and I'm talking from champagne to dessert wine, cheese trays, wild ginger beef stays. They brought fish tacos, chicken salad, Dahlia Lounge's favorite amazing triple coconut cream pie.
Love that.
This is an amazing item.
So good.
Thank you so much to Met Market for all of your support of these youth in our community. Let's go, Jeff.
Big virtual round of applause to our friends at Metropolitan Market. Wine and Cheese Party. Basically, this is an instant party for 8 of you. Mary, all you have to do is come up with 8 people. We've got the food, we've got the wine, we've got the flowers, we've got the swag bag. Let me check the leaderboard here. Wow, this one has been popular. This has been over the top. Kristen was in there, Chris was bidding, then Kristen again. We had Joanne. Aaron has been bidding on it, David, then Aaron again, then Kristen. Aaron currently is our top bidder at $1,150. If you want to make a bid, you've got to be at least $1,250. Again, our favorite Pacific Northwest grocery store, providing everything you need for an amazing party for 8 in your home. Food, wine, flowers, swag bags, wine that is top-notch, dessert, everything you possibly could need. Pick up that phone right now, bid on the Greater Giving app. We're going to close this one down. The Metropolitan Market Wine and Cheese Party, again, it's item number 8. Current high bid is $1,150. You've got to be at least $1,250 if you want to bid on this and take it away from my friend Mary.
That's right. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Again, current high bid $1,150. Got to be at least $1,250 to beat out Mary on this one. She has proxy bidders. She has spies hidden all around.
Don't tell my
the
secrets.
Puget Sound here bidding on this for her because she wants this so badly. So, and again, it's all to support. It's all to support Coffee Oasis. Look at that. We just got bumped. David is now in at $1,250. That could be one of Mary's minions.
I'm not going to tell you who it
Okay.
is. I'm not going to tell you. You just need to close this.
Current high bid is $1,250. Metropolitan Market Wine and Cheese Party. It's item number 8. Last chance, last call. Oh, wait, it jumped again. We're up to $1,350. Michael Holmes, currently the top bidder. Currently the top bidder. If you want the Met Market Wine and Cheese Party for 8. We're up to $1,450 now. Aaron is back on top. We've got a little bidding war going here. This is going to be a great party. I know this is going to be a great party because all the people I see bidding, hey, David did it again. David's up to $1,550. It's all for Coffee Oasis, supporting the youth in our community who need your support. We're up to $1,650. Aaron is back in front now. I love a good old-fashioned bidding war.
This is just a bidding war
One of my favorite
going
things
on.
there.
Maybe all 8 of these people could get together and all have it together. What do you think?
No. They need to battle with each other. That's how we support Coffee Oasis. Look at that. David went to $1,750. Aaron's back at $1,850. This is the item of the night so far. The Met Market Wine and Cheese Party for 8. It's item number 8. We're getting close here. Current bid is $1,850. Aaron Shagrin is out front. Aaron, I should be on your list of 8 people, I'm hoping.
No, she cut you off.
She
You're
may have
not
cut
on her
me
list.
off. Current high bid is $1,850. We're going once. We're going twice. Last chance. Last call. You've got to be at, oh, there it is, $1,950. David back on top again. It's item number 8. Item number 8. And look at that, Aaron right back at it. We're at $2,050 on the Met Market Wine and Cheese Party, and the crowd is going wild. 6 feet apart. We're back to $2,150. Now $2,250. David and Aaron, it's a slugfest. It's the Thrilla in Manila all over again with the Met Market Party. I am loving this. We're up to $2,250 now.
Okay, remember, there's a lot of love going on. This is for teen homelessness.
This is all about the youth in our community and supporting something good, and you can use this party to celebrate all of the great things that Coffee Oasis is doing. We're up to $2,250. $2,250. We're going once. We're going twice. Up. We're up to $2,450. David and Aaron are going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Oh man, I wish I had them right here in front of me. 24.5, gotta be 25.5, gotta be 25.50, gotta be 25.50, gotta be 25.50. I'm at 24.50, gotta be 25.50 now. Aaron's out front, Aaron's out front. David, come on, come on, come on. This is like the home stretch of the Triple Crown. You gotta get there, you gotta get there. Aaron's ahead by a nose. We're at 24.50 going once. We're at 24.50 going twice. This is item number 8. Last chance, last call. We're going to close that item. Wow. Give a virtual round of applause to those amazing bidders for that one. That is incredible. Oh, man.
And that was actually great because, you know, during a virtual auction, Jeff usually doesn't get to use his real auctioneer voice. Then he gets to really start going. So this was pretty exciting.
So fun.
And I'm guessing that this next premier live item number 4 has had just about as much attention as the last one.
This one is a good one, too. So tell us all about it.
So this is a 3-night stay in Sancadia. You're going to have a townhome in the center of Sancadia. It's got 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. Perfect vacation for you, family, friends. Residents have a pool, a jacuzzi, a fire pit, and you know what a better place to have a staycation than right in our backyard in beautiful Sancadia. Jeff?
We've got another bidding war going already here on this one. I'm checking the scoreboard. It's Aaron at 17, Brandy at 1,800, then Aaron at 2,000, and then Brandy at 2,100, and then Aaron at 2,300, then Brandy back at 2,400, and then Aaron at 2,700, Brandy at 2,800. Aaron is our current leading bidder here at $3,100. Again, a 3-night stay in Sancadia, just outside of Cle Elum. It's a little oasis out there, just outside of Cle Elum. There's golf courses, there's a winery up there, all kinds of great things to do, and this is right in the heart of the resort. 4-bedroom, 4.5-bath townhome. And you know what? That's big enough for a couple of families.
Absolutely.
You
know, Jeff, I forgot to say thank you so much to Terry Jones and Homestart Real Estate, because this is an amazing spot.
You've got a pool, a jacuzzi, a fire pit, a barbecue area, and Sancadia Lodge is literally right across the street. We're at $3,100. You've got to be at least $3,200. Aaron, currently our top bidder for the 3-night stay in Sancadia. Great resort just outside of Cle Elum, over the pass, easy drive to get there, maybe an hour and a half to get there. It's so close. Another great getaway after we've all been stuck at home for so long. 4-bedroom, 4.5-bath townhome, Sancadia, item number 4 in our premier live auction. Current top bid now is $3,100, and we're going once, we're going twice, last chance, last call. Let's close this item. Item number 4, 3-night stay in Sancadia, Washington, is now closed. Wow. This is a lot of fun so far, and we're not done yet. We've still got some more premier live auction items coming up for you. But right now we've come to our virtual Fund a Need, truly the most important part of our fundraising and our presentation tonight. And we've got a very special video we'd like to share with you right now.
Where are you at right now? Are you inside or are you outside? Okay. Can you send me that address and I'll head over with some food? Okay, awesome. I'll see you in a few.
Hi, I'm Julie Judy, the Community Development Lead for Pierce County. And today, I'm with my friend Julie.
Hi there, I am Julie Easley and I am the Pierce County Outreach Lead. I work on the streets with youth as well as in the Tacoma Public Schools. A lot of my work happens from referrals from these schools and the counselors. It's not how can I come in and help you and make your life better. That's not what Jesus did at all. Instead, it's about saying, what are your goals? Let me listen to your dreams, your heartaches. What is keeping you from being the best that God intends you to be? And to call those things out and to equip them with it. And we do those things together. Every kid that I work with has a deep, deep desire to be loved and seen and valued for who they are. And I do that by meeting them and sitting and doing homework, by listening, by showing up with food, by providing clean underwear and clothes. And journeying with them are always the open doors to say, I see you, I love you, you are worthy. If we are representing Christ, the responsibility with that is huge. And even though I'm human and I will fail these kids, God doesn't fail us and God follows through. And suddenly it's not, hey, here's a bag of groceries, which, by the way, is actually what Jesus did, is he met the tangible needs to reach the heart and to see how the Spirit was going to move and to actually have meaningful conversations. And for me, that's actually what this has evolved to, is here's some food, but really the gift, the real thing that comes out of providing food to youth is meaningful conversations. Several of the youth I work with couch surf here. Some of them are 9th grade dropouts. They got kicked out of high school and never returned. And I think they're fabulous. And they just need to be spoken life into them. I hope people know when they invest in Coffee Oasis, I hope they recognize that that money, that investment, those prayers are going towards someone who's willing to get up on a Saturday morning to go pick up food, to drive all around Tacoma, to get food for the home but to really look this kid in the eye to say, you're not forgotten, I'm still here, I'm not going away. And that's exactly who Jesus is and what he does for us. And it is changing lives. I see it all the time. Now I gotta focus on this next person.
Well, how about that? It's time for our Fund to Need. Our Fund to Need tonight is going to support Serra House Shelter. And this is the time where we're going to ask you to virtually raise your Fund to Need bid card. Again, on your Greater Giving app, you can pick it up and make a donation right now. We're going to start with a big number like we always do, work our way down to a small number. We know that not everybody can make that big donation at that top level, but find a number that works for you and your family, because at the end of the day, every dollar is going to make a difference. As you can see, we've got an ambitious goal here tonight, but I think with your help, we're going to get there. So let's see if we've got anybody who can kick off our Fund to Need tonight at $10,000. It's a big number, but it's going to make a big difference. And Mary, it looks like we've already got somebody up there. How about that?
Actually, we do, but you know, it's kind of interesting, Jeff, and I only usually keep my phone with me to keep track of this, and I just got the most amazing text just a minute ago.
Okay.
And we did have someone that was at $10,000, and that is the Hochul Foundation and Millie Schultz, but she actually just increased this after seeing tonight some of these videos, and she's going to give $25,000. Thank you, Millie. Thank you. Dinner and drinks is on me. And I know that the Holcomb Foundation it's all about Pierce County, and it's all about helping youth. And God bless you for what you're able to do.
Wow, that is something special. Virtual round of applause for Millie and the Hochul Foundation. That is incredible. $25,000. That's going to jump the thermometer up real quick there. So, you know, it's incumbent on me to say, if anybody else would like to match that generosity, you can do that on your Greater Giving app. You can enter in $25,000 and make that gift right now. So be aware that you can do that. Let's keep going through our levels. Again, hey, we've got another $10,000 family out there. It looks like Kristen Wynn is in at $10,000 as well. How about that?
Chris and Tim, you are amazing supporters of Coffee Oasis. They actually were one of the people that got me involved at the very beginning, 1625 Historic Place. Amazing, amazing givers, and God bless you for what you're able to do.
So look at that, out of the gate, a 25 and another 10, that's $35,000 already. So if you can give $10,000, now would be a great time to do that. Again, it's a big number, but it's going to make a big difference for the Serra House Shelter tonight. Let's keep going here. How about $5,000? Do we have anybody who can pick up your phone, your virtual bid card tonight, and make a donation supporting Serra House Shelter and the Coffee Oasis at the $5,000 level? Anybody at that $5,000 level, now is the time to pick up your phone and make that donation. We so appreciate you. Give what you can tonight. Find a number that works for you and your family. As you can see, the donations are coming in. You can donate any amount at any time, but we're going to kind of click through these numbers. Our next number is the $2,500 level. And I know that we've already said thank you to Erin Shegrin a couple of times, but let's say thank you to Erin and her family again for another $2,500 Fund to Need donation. Thank you, Erin Shegrin. If you can do $2,500, now would be a great time to do that. Pick up your phone, any amount at any time, but right now, if you can do $2,500, pick up your phone and do that $2,500 Fund to Need donation supporting Coffee Oasis and the Serra House Shelter. Keep in mind that 29% of homeless youth are engaging in substance abuse. That's one of the things that we're dealing with here. And your dollars and your donations are going to help us dealing with that problem. Let's keep going here. How about $1,000? Can you do $1,000? Every dollar is going to make a difference. If you can do a $1,000 donation, oh, look at that. Michael Holmes just jumped in at $2,500. Thank you, Michael.
And we have a few more. Susan Gorley at 1,000 and Mona Davies at 1,000. You know, no matter what your level is, God bless you for your participation. And like Jeff said, please remember, any amount. You could Jeff's going through all the levels, but it doesn't matter. We don't want to not recognize someone, but please know you are making a difference in the lives of a homeless teen right now.
Got a couple of more $1,000 donors. Want to say thank you to Greg Walker and to David Frederick, also at $1,000. Thank you so much. Hey, keep in mind while we're doing this, one more statistic for you. Did you know that 69% of homeless youth experience mental health issues? That is a big challenge these days. And Coffee Oasis and the Serra House Shelter is doing something about that. If you can give $500, now would be a great time to do that, like Daniel just did. Daniel just donated $500. This is amazing. You can see the names scrolling across. You can see the thermometer filling up. Our goal of $65,000, we are getting closer all the time. If you can do $250, now is the time to pick up your phone and do that. If you can do $100, now is the time. Pick up your phone and make a donation. This is our Fund a Need, our virtual Fund a Need. No Met Market parties, no getaways to Sancadia, but making a difference for the youth in our community, supporting Serra House Shelter. Can you do $50? $50 is going to make a difference. Don't think, no amount is too small because every dollar adds up. 25% of homeless youth were former foster care children. How do you imagine? Can you imagine that, being in a foster home and then being homeless on top of that, after that? This is so important. The Coffee Oasis and the Serra House Shelter is making a difference, and we're doing it with your help. $25, if you want to make a donation of $25, pick up that phone. Every dollar truly does make a difference. I want to say thank you to Susan, to Judy, to Wendy, to Kim, to Jeff, to Catherine, to David, to everyone who's making those donations. They're scrolling by. We want to try and fill that up. That $65,000 number. We're so close to it.
Look how close we are, Jeff.
We are so close.
We only have that much more room.
We're so close. Remember, you can donate any amount at any time, and every dollar is going to help change the world for homeless youth in our community. And just in case you need one more reason, here's another story that will give you that reason to support Coffee Oasis.
My name is Nathan, and I've been in Serra House for about 3 months. My mom was young when she gave birth to me. She was a high school senior. When I was born, she had to quit school just for me because my pops left already. I started living with my grandparents because my mom had to go to Africa, and I got kicked out of Cali from my grandparents' house. So when I got inside and we came down here to do the laundry and stuff, so I took a shower and I did my intake with Aaliyah, one of the staff members. She was nice. So yeah, and one of the kids came, like Isabel and Amy came, and I started talking to them, so I'm like, well, this place is gonna be okay. I guess. It's hard to find a job when you don't have a place to stay in. They will still call you for an interview, but when you tell them you don't have a house to stay, they will just not hire you. They will not even call you again. And you can't even get your ID or EBT card. It's hard for a homeless person to get an ID. Jamal and Aaliyah usually help me when I'm depressed and like when I'm angry and stuff, because when I get angry, I can't control myself. I have to break stuff, and so I don't want to do that, and so they help me with it. They were working 24/7 to find me a job because I said I needed a job. Carr gave me a recommendation letter for my interview and stuff. Yeah, they were working around the clock for me to get a job and in my house. Being a homeless teenager is not fun. I mean, most of the time people don't believe you. Like when you say I'm a teenager and I'm homeless, because people think that you were locked up and that's how you lost your house and that's how you got kicked out of your house. But a lot of people don't know why teenagers get kicked out of their house and act like the way they do. It's because they got a lot of things on their minds and they want people to listen to them. It's just that when you're talking to an adult person and you start sharing about your life, they make fun of you. They be like, why you worried about this? This is nothing. just like teenagers, they just be worrying about little things, and that's how they start getting depressed and stuff. So yeah, you gotta be more open with kids and communicate with them, with teenagers. I feel like that's gonna be the best day for me, because I've been working so much, and I've been homeless, and I've been staying in this shelter.
Yeah.
And for me to get out of this place and get my own place is the biggest move, the biggest step in my life. It feels good. It actually feels great. It feels like my future is gonna be good. Thank you.
Wow. So many reasons to support Coffee Oasis tonight and our virtual Fund to Need. You know, you can see our thermometer right here. We're going to leave Fund to Need and our silent auction open until 8 o'clock. We are so close to our goal. Our goal, as you can see, is $65,000. Right now, we have raised, thanks to your amazing support, $54,725. If we can hit that goal with your help, that would put us over the top. We so appreciate you and everything that you're doing. As you can see, there's so many great reasons to continue to support the Serra Shelter and Coffee Oasis and all of the things that are happening in this community with Coffee Oasis. So we're going to leave the Fund to Need open. We're going to get back to our live auction. Mary, we've got some more great items. But again, that silent and the Fund to Need are going to stay open until 8 o'clock. So keep those donations coming in. Mary, let's move back to our live premiere auctions. What's our next item?
Absolutely. And I'd like to just take 1 minute too and thank everyone. I know for most of the community that knows me, it's hard to ever believe I would be at a loss for words, and I am at a loss for words for what we've done tonight for this. So
yeah.
Give yourselves a big round of applause. You truly are making a difference in our community. You know, I was born and raised here. Youth deserve a chance, and they're just experiencing homelessness. It's our job to help them get on the right path. So thank you so much. God bless you. We're getting close to the end. We are on to premier live item number 39. And I know in this COVID time, everyone can use a 1-week stay in Harbor Resort in Sedona. And on top of that, Kristen is throwing in 80,000 Alaska Airlines miles. So we all know that'll get you there. And this resort is in the heart of Sedona's Red Rock country. You can hike, you can do the spa, you can visit local culture. You're going to get a 1-week stay in a 2-bedroom family unit, 1 king bed, 2 doubles. You decide how many people that is. Thank you so much to Jeff Oakey and Kristen Wynn. And I think this is an amazing trip, Jeff.
You know, we all need a getaway, and we've had some local getaways here in our live auction, but this one, we're going to take you down to Arizona, to the southwest Sedona, just about an hour or so north of the Phoenix Scottsdale area, and this is an oasis in the middle of the desert. Again, it's so peaceful. It's very artsy and crafty down there. If you want to do yoga, there's a great spa. If you want to do a little hiking or a little biking, and we've got a 1-week stay. Let me take a look at the scoreboard here. Cheryl opened up the bidding, then it was Diana. Julie jumped in, and then Diana again, then Julie, then Diana, then Julie. I see another bidding war happening here. Right now, Sue Johnson is on top with a bid of $1,725. Again, it is premier live auction item number 39, Los Abrigados Resort and Spa. It's a 1-week getaway, 2-bedroom, family unit in Sedona. Plus, we've got 80,000 Alaska Air miles to help get you there. And you know, with all the sales on with the airlines too, you know you're going to get there. Yep. So this could be for a family of 4. 2 couples could go down and enjoy this for a 1-week getaway. Our current bid, $1,725. Sue Johnson is out front. Sedona, one of my favorite places. My wife and I have been there, and it's so relaxing, so peaceful. And again, you're only about an hour north of the Phoenix Scottsdale area, so real easy to get to. Fly into Phoenix Scottsdale and then drive up a little over an hour, $1,725. Oh, look at that. Julie is back in at $1,825. Los Obregados Resort and Spa, Sedona. We've got the airline miles. We've got an entire week. It's a 2-bedroom family unit. $1,825 is our current top bid. If you need a week-long getaway, this is the place to go. I know you're going to relax. I know you're going to have fun in the sun, and this is the time that you want to start heading down there. It's going to be cooler down there now. It's going to be cold up here, but still warm enough down there for you to really relax and have some fun. It's up in the hills, again, just north of Phoenix and Scottsdale. We're up to $1,925. Michael is in front now. Looks like Michael Holmes on our scoreboard is our top bidder at $1,925. Los Obregados Resort and Spa, Sedona, Arizona. Those 80,000 Alaska Air Miles. It's item number 39. We're up to $1,925. We're getting ready to close this one. Get that phone in your hand. Make those last bids. It's going once. It's going twice. Last chance, last call to head down to Sedona. Item number 39 is now closed. That's going to be a great getaway for somebody, Mary, and we've got another great item right now.
Absolutely, Jeff. We're getting to the end here, and I'm actually looking at a few silent bids. You know, there's still a magnum of wine on here that's only at $210. So there's some great silent items, so keep your eye on those also. This next item has had lots of bidding, and maybe this one could get going again too. We were on Premier Live item number 25. And this is a 3-night stay in Roach Harbor. You're gonna have a delightful vacation home. You can sit on this bi-level deck. You can enjoy the sun. You can have coffee. You can catch up. There's a 40-foot dock right on the bay there. So you can tie your boat up if you'd like. It's 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, waterfront property, San Juan, fully equipped, 2 queens, 2 twins. Absolutely amazing, and everyone loves Roach Harbor. Thank you very much to Carol Lee Owens for donating this. Here we go, Jeff.
3-night stay in Roach Harbor. What a great getaway. You know, one of my favorite places. Once you get up to the San Juan Islands, you're not very far away, but it feels like you're a million miles away. You can really unwind and relax. Yep. Roach Harbor, one of my favorite places. Let's take a look at the scoreboard here. Aaron opened it up. Then Eric, then Aaron, then Eric. Another classic bidding war here. Aaron jumped in again, then Eric, then Aaron, then Eric. Aaron is on top right now at $2,040. The 3-night stay in Roach Harbor again, and it's easy to get there. You can decide how you want to get there. You can take the ferry to get up there, or my favorite way to get up there is on the seaplane, on the float plane. It's about a 45-minute flight up there, and it's not too expensive, and it's a great way to get there. They drop you at the end of the dock, and then you walk in and go where you want to go. Again, this would be great for a couple of families. 3-bedroom, 3-bath, waterfront property. Beautiful view across pristine Needle Bay. Fully equipped wood-burning fireplace, that dock on the bay. A vacation home near Roach Harbor. Again, Aaron Shagrin is our top bidder now at $2,040. If you want to bid on this, it's item number 25, and it's now or never. 3-night stay in Roach Harbor. Again, another great local getaway to take the edge off of that pandemic that we've all been living through since March, and get out of the house a little bit, but not have to go too far away. You can actually technically drive up there if you take the ferry. So it's really easy to get there. Again, our top bid, $2,040. Now is the time. It's going once, it's going twice. Last chance, last call. Item number 25, the 3-night stay in Roach Harbor, is now closed. Thank you again for great bidding on that one. And Mary, we've got another special guest you're going to bring up to meet us all right now, aren't you?
Absolutely. We now have a message from our new area director, who Daniel referenced in his opening video. And we are so excited to have an area director just here in Pierce County. So please help me in welcoming Mr. Greg Walker. And we have a message from Greg.
Greg Walker, I'm the area director for Pierce County for the Coffee Oasis. The coffee shop operation helps fund youth programs. All the money that we generate through our operation of our business goes to support the programs. Street outreach, Julie's video earlier, she's not just showing up to deliver groceries. She's showing up to be in their lives. in our shelters. It's not an institutional setting, it's a home. Our staff that are in direct care with our youth, we talked to Jamal earlier, he's not there to just enforce rules, make sure beds get made, feed meals. Those things, they happen and they have to happen, and we have to do it safely. But we're there to be a family to them. So I'm excited about the fact that we are within the next 30 days or so moving into a new facility. The Serra House that we have been occupied for the first year of our operations in Pierce County was a great place to begin, but it wasn't the long-term answer. We have a new location at the corner of 15th and Tacoma Avenue that is under lease that we are right now making final preparations to move into, and we're going to increase our bed space from 6 to 12. That's exciting. And then we can start building relationship, and at their pace we can start connecting them to the people and the services that they need to start changing their life. The team I lead, we serve our county by providing that professional expertise, by providing space, by providing staff that has training for case management and all of these technical things. But more than anything, it's this whole community coming together to say, we want this to be different. We want our community to be different. We want to change our world.
Thank you, Greg. Great leadership for Coffee Oasis right there. Hey, again, a quick reminder. Our fund to need, which is just over $55,000, our goal is $65,000. We're going to leave that open until 8 o'clock. Continue to donate any amount at any time. Help us get to that goal. Silent auction also open until 8 o'clock, and we've got 2 more items in our Premier Live auction. Mary, let's get right to it. What's next?
Absolutely. We have Premier Live item number 52, and this is a 2-hour private cruise from Gig Harbor, and you and up to 6 of your friends are going to board a 57-foot tally craft, the Diana Lynn. It's going to take you around Gig Harbor. You can have beer, wine, non-alcoholic beverages, appetizer, light snacks. What a absolutely perfect occasion. Thank you so much to Brian and Diane Scottdale for an amazing boat here, Jeff.
That's not a boat. That's a yacht.
Excuse me, this yacht. Yeah.
It is absolutely beautiful. And you know, my favorite thing about this is that any day out on the Puget Sound is going to be a great day, and these people are going to take great care of you. Private 2-hour cruise, you'll leave from Gig Harbor for 8 people, or if you want to make it a private cruise for you and that special someone, you could do that too. We've got the beer, the wine, the non-alcoholic beverages, appetizers, light snacks, and even dessert for you. It's going to be so much fun. The bidding opened with Heather and John, and then Jeff jumped in there. Then Heather and John were back. Our current top bidder right now at $550 is Crystal. Crystal's out front right now. If you want to do this, if you want to go on this amazing 2-hour cruise from Gig Harbor for 8 of you, it could be a great party, just a sunny day or a special occasion, whatever you want to do. They're going to take great care of you. And what a great way to see the Puget Sound from the water. If you've never done that, it's a great way to see a different perspective on this great place that we all live. So again, private 2-hour cruise from Gig Harbor for 8 of you. Private cruising experience, perfect gift for a loved one, celebrate, mark a special occasion, have a birthday party, an anniversary, anything like that. And again, Crystal is our current top bidder at $550. If you'd like to bid on this, it's item number 52. The private 2-hour cruise from Gig Harbor for 8. Look at that. Jonathan is in now at $650. Jonathan, I'm guessing, has a special occasion in mind here.
Maybe so, yeah.
It's item number 52. We're going to close it down here in just a few seconds. Again, beer, wine, beverages for you, appetizers, light snacks, and dessert bites. Current top bid is $650. Pick up your phone. Greater Giving app. Now is the time to do it. Top bid, Jonathan, at $650. Going once. Going twice. Last chance, last call on item number 52. The private 2-hour cruise from Gig Harbor for 8 of you is now closed. Oh man, Mary, we've almost reached the end of our Premier Live auction. We've got one very special item for our last one of the night. Tell us about it.
This is really about a unique experience. And this is Premier Live item number 54 on your app. And this is called Sip and Putt for 36. This one's a little bit different. We actually are going to sell this 36 times. So there's 36 spots for it. If you want to buy one, you can buy one. If you want to buy 10, you could buy 10, so forth. But you and 36 other people are going to take over Highlands Golf Course. And you can sip, you can putt. You know, it's a little par 3 course. And you are also going to enjoy food. Thank you very much from Chick-fil-A, Lene and Dave Schneller, Jack and Angela Conley for donating the golf course and helping put this together, and to Kim Olson and a few other friends for donating all the wine. This is actually going to be on October 17th, so it's coming up in, oh, that's 18 days from now. So I think this is a unique experience. When else can you say that you get to take over a whole golf course? You can lie about your score. You can say that was your ball when it was someone else's. Whatever you want to do, you and 36 other people are going to get to enjoy the course, Jeff.
Oh, Mary, it's kind of like our own private Coffee Oasis golf tournament here at the Highlands Golf Course. Again, it's a little par 3 pitch and putt course. Bring your 7 and your 9, maybe your pitching wedge, and a putter. You're just going to have fun. There's a great little clubhouse there, great little patio, and again, we've got food, we've got wine, we've got everything that you need, and we're selling this by the person. It's item number 54. Go on there. It's $100 per person. It's going to happen on Saturday, October 17th. We're not going to guarantee the weather, but we are going to guarantee that you're going to have a great time. We've still got 32 spots out of the 36 available, so help us fill this up here. $100 per person, only 36 spots. Again, we've got the food, we've got the wine. You can buy as many as you like, but we're going to limit it to 36 people. And we're going to leave this one open until 8 o'clock as well with the silent auction and our fund and need. So if you want to do that, premier live auction item number 54, our sip and putt party for 36 at the Highlands Golf Course. Mary, this has been a lot of fun here tonight.
It has, Jeff,
so
and
much
I
fun.
can't thank you so much. You know, Jeff Randall's pretty famous as an auctioneer, and
well, infamous maybe.
Infamous. Okay, well, we have a lot of words, but we remember we're live. So I can't tell him everything about you.
Please
but
keep some of my secrets.
Jeff, it's amazing that Jeff was able to volunteer his time. He loves this community just like I do, and I can't thank you enough. God bless you, and I know I owe you a lot now.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Mary. It's always fun to work with Mary Borne, too. And thank you to everyone who tuned into our live stream tonight to support the mission of Coffee Oasis. This truly is something important. It touched my heart. My wife is a pediatric emergency nurse at Mary Bridge. It touched her heart, and so we are so behind this, and we're going to be behind this for a long, long time. An organization that is seeking to change the world for homeless youth in our community and my community as well. So thank you so much. Mary, we've got a couple of more things to take care of here, and I think you've got one more special guest to introduce.
Absolutely. I would like to bring back Julie Judy, who you met earlier, and she is our community lead, and she now has a few little announcements. It's getting close. It's almost over. Make sure you keep clicking.
Thank you, Mary. One of the privileges that I have in my position with our organization is getting to work with the volunteers and the individuals that are equally passionate about the Coffee Oasis. At the beginning of tonight's broadcast, we started with a passage from the book of Isaiah where God himself mentions about the work that he's doing, how he's doing a new thing. That was intentional, to point towards the fact that God has been already doing something here in Tacoma. And Mary, you were a part of that. And I wanted to honor Mary tonight, but also there's another Mary that I want to honor that's not with us here, but is with us in spirit, and that's Mary Luvis. Mary and Mary, the two of you have been community champions to our organization. Your passion, your dedication, your commitment, your advocacy have allowed us to begin the work over the last 3 years. Thank you for doing that. To recognize this, I have a glassy baby that I'm going to present to you and to Mary Luvis. The name of this glassy baby is Your Calling. You have lived into that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our youth thank you as well. So I'm going to set this here.
Thank you very much. Totally unnecessary. Thank you. I love Coffee Oasis, and I love my community. So thank you very much,
You're
Julie.
very welcome.
Wow. We have one more thing here that Julie Judy needs to help me with. And for those of you who didn't know, we had a raffle, and we sold raffle tickets, and we have this amazing basket here, and we called it our Explore Gig Harbor, and we're going to draw the raffle winner, and then we just have a few more little things here for you. So I'm going to let you go ahead and draw the raffle
Okay.
winner. You could pull my name, but she's
Hold
throwing
on.
things on the ground
Sorry.
now.
We didn't practice this.
No, we didn't practice. That's
Mr.
why I'm having
Barbaran.
her pull the name.
Okay. All right, now this is very interesting. I love this. Our winner is, would you like to announce it?
Oh, Patience, who happens to be sitting here, is the winner of our Gig Harbor package. So amazing. Judy will be able to get that to you. And in case you just have a number and you don't realize, it's 912-464, and she will.
Yeah, so it's Patience Coal Kit.
Yep.
Exactly.
And, well,
I will contact you, Patience, so that we can get all of these items to you personally. Thank you to everyone who supported our raffle.
Absolutely. So, in closing tonight, I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for making a difference in the lives of our youth. The silent auction is going to remain open. I know you've heard me say that. I'm kind of like a old recording. Right now, the fund in need is sitting at $56,725. We are so close to our stretch of 65, and I know this community, God bless you, I know that we can get there to that 65 and set a new record for us. The auction items are going to be ready at the Serra House. It'll be next week. We've worked real hard to get here tonight. You'll get a text on that and how to pick them up and so forth. But thank you from the bottom of my heart to the staff here tonight, to Daniel Gray and his team, and most importantly to my friend, Mr. Jeff Randall, who made a difference tonight. We look forward to seeing you live and in person next year. And I want you to just end the night and watch this last short video. It's an exciting video showing you our future. And with that, watch the video and we're signing off. God bless you and thank you from the bottom of our hearts from Coffee Oasis. Thank you.